This is my research process for marine biology. The research process, which I just quickly go over saying that identifying the question, looking over the options for that question, deciding on the choices and points, then researching the points that have been chosen, which allows me then to gather the information that I needed, and then separate them into three sections to write each option of the choices. Write a summary of the information that was collected, and then quickly revise and edit them for the final draft. The success and struggles during the research process. The success was just simply following the research process, which allowed for a quick and easy way of doing it. Like, it just made things more simply easier for me and made the process quicker for me. Then the struggles. The struggles didn't necessarily come from the process, but more of the researching. Because sometimes sites didn't have enough information or didn't have the right information I was looking for. And then once that was over, it was more of just grammar and wording things correctly to better convey it. What I would do differently next time, it would be finding better sites that had the right information and all that. Well, not necessarily the right, but just better information, and just so I can find better ways to convey an understanding of the text that has been typed. The research question, reason, and the audience this is towards. The research question is just the history of marine biology and how Charles Darwin and Jacques played a role in it and what they did. Reason. I've always been fascinated by marine biology and just anything with it ever since I was small. So this is why I chose it. Audience. People who are also interested in marine biology and all that. Findings for Charles Darwin, which is basically, for this is just the history. Charles Darwin is credited for being like the father of marine biology slash zoology, because of him going on an expedition out and discovering hundreds of different species and all that. And which one very famous one is him going to the Galapagos Islands and discovering natural selection and all that, which then he brought back on his voyage, which is called the HMS Beagle. It's an interesting name. And because of this, he's like sparked new things in people to that who else wanted to go out and discover new species because of him on his expedition. For Jacques, probably, well, more definitely, the most famous marine biologist. He was born in France in 1910, which at an early age he was very fascinated by everything around him, which then led him to explore the sea because of his interest in it. And then him inventing very popular inventions, which would be the aqualung, which is basically scuba gear, and then as well as a waterproof camera, which allowed for people to finally be able to take pictures and videos underwater for the first time ever in marine biology history. And because of that, he brought out so many different passions of people, which is very similar to Charles, because of what they did and what they discovered. They allowed for so many people to go out and do things they thought they would never do. And just like a quick brief history of marine biology. Marine biology was started in 348, 330, or 322 BC, where the first references of marine biology were documented, which then Aristotle was the first to discover and write about different marine species. Because of this, he is noted as the father of marine biology. and then which later on led to the 1800s of Charles Darwin and James Cook, who went on and explored the world on the HMS Beagle, discovering new hundreds of species. Because of him, led to them. And then in the but in the next 100 years, we were finally able to explore the deep sea because of new inventions that allowed us to do this wonder, which is basically just the wonder was submarines. And then quickly, some famous marine biologists throughout the history of marine biology is Rachel Carson, Dr. Sylvia Earle, and Dr. Robert Ballard. Robert is also very well known for finding Titanic because of new technology. And then because of these people, which has led for us to pursue the future of marine biology towards places we have never thought of that would, really be possible because of it. And because of them has led us to explore and expand through the sea and just discover so many new things of the ocean. And now, present time, we have now mapped 20% of the ocean floor, which is not necessarily discovering the ocean, but more of like just the floor and all that of the ocean. Because we still have only discovered 5% of the ocean. Conclusion. Both Jacques and Charles have put quite a legacy on marine biology as a whole, and wish to continue to be landmarks in history of marine biology. Because of them, we have allowed us to explore and everything, and be enlightened by them. Charles is credited for creating marine biology and starting the exploration of the sea because of him. And then Jacques is as well as appointed as the father of marine biology as well because, he created the aqualung. He created the underwater camera, which allowed us to be able to do things never seen before. And because of these people, has allowed the industry of marine biology to go farther beyond than everything. And it's more of just wondering, will you take the next step into it? And then finally, the sites, which are for what I use to gather my information on all of my findings. Thank you.